on wie o służbie? Dlaczego dowiaduje się o tym niektóre problemy same się nie znajdują plotki. Jakbyśmy mieli nie dość wszystko jest możliwe. Co on wie o widzi i słyszy się to?
Jestem Valentino przystojniak. Lekko i viability.
Mój człowiek! Wcześniej czy później trzeba się tak zdarzyć. Kto ci to powiedział? Co on wie o służbie? Przez to będzie jeszcze więcej kłopotów. Dlaczego dowiaduje się o tym dopiero teraz? Zawsze to uderzało. Dobrze, co się dzieje. Co on wie o służbie? Czekali jak zajmujący wydać sobie. Kto ci to powiedział? Przecież wiadomo o tym od dawna. To wszystko tylko plotki. Coś się w końcu zmieni. Nie to i tak. Czy się przecież tylko się...
Abu.
Mnie nie musisz o to pytać. Nie można wierzyć we
Yo, Falan, hi team. Hi Green. Yo, Tarn. Red, welcome. Hello, Melly.
Co on wie o służbie?
Hello, non-trill. Hi, Karen. Alright. We're gonna play a little bit of Elden Ring. Hi, chillin'. And we're gonna swap to Dark Souls 3. Yo, Chunks. That's planned for today. Dark Souls 3 with Claw, of course. So I'm probably gonna play for like 2 hours or so of Elden Ring. After that swapando. This music sounds like Opeth. What the fuck is Opeth? It's remix or like not remix. Well, it's kind of a remix, one could say, of music from Gothic, actually. All right. Dark Souls 2 Remastered when? Frankly, if they would do Dark Souls 2 Remastered, I have a problem though, like, with both Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. Namely, these games fucking suck. Like, I much rather would prefer to, like, for them to develop Elden Ring any further. Because when if they are going to do remastered, then it's probably gonna be the same story like with Dark Souls 1 Remastered, and therefore they are going to somewhat fix some things, but most of them going to be remain like it is, and therefore it's going to be utter dog shit. Like, fundamentally, Elden Ring has so much more to offer than Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3. Fundamentally, it is just better game than either Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3. And if nicely developed further, it would be just amazing, yeah? Thank you for defending Zelda in your last stream. I mean, I like Zelda. I think it's great. Yeah, Claude doesn't really like Zelda. For me, Zelda is goated. Like, you know, it's not responsible to play Zelda day after day, yeah? Since I am Elden Ring, mostly like Elden Ring focused streamer, but if that wouldn't be the case, I totally would be playing Zelda today as well. It's just, Zelda is fun. Ah. Few things gotta be changed here. Just you look at that. Like this. Also that. I need to delete these shields because they are actually distracting me and... Okay, we're good. The in-game sound sounds a bit scratchy. Okay, anyone hear it as well? Is there something fucked with audio? Is the audio fucked? It's good for you. Let me actually hear it on both platforms because maybe something is truly fucked up. Let's see. They fucked up. No, it sounds good on YouTube. Gamer says on Twitch it sounds good too. Certainly sounds like Elden Ring, huh? That's why it sounds bad. I got you. Give me this, give me that. Okay. You know what? Let's play on no matchmaking today. With the settings of ours, it shouldn't really matter. Ah, shit. Well, mistakes were made. Perfect first invasion of the day, yeah, it's kind of classic. At least they can't teabag you. Well, the correct way to not be teabagged is to win, my dude. That's the best counter to teabag. Which is certainly something that was intended to do. But Gravity had a different opinion on the matter. What about people who teabag mid-fight? Do you have this type of people? That's in the only case I have seen someone doing anything like that. Those were like bosses that were dying afterwards within like a fucking 3 hits because they have like 1000 HP. But yeah, like people that throw the shitpots at the beginning of the fight are the most interesting creatures out of like vast different type of creatures. Ah, they started the fight. Got hate mail about being boring because playing with Shamshir. You played Shamshir on vanilla? City, that's crazy. Shamshir is not doing very well on the high latency when you have nearly infinite space to run away. It's very good in the limited space because Shamshir is one of the best holder of rod grease, but yeah, in infinite area, especially with packet losses, it's not that good. People will message me, you aren't very chill, and that kind of hate mail really gets to me. That's a good one. Hey yo, what's up my goat? Oh, he has the poise physic. Interesting rolls. Well, your poise physic is gone. Okay. Whoop. Aha. Does he have that on the soft swap? What the? Okay, is that a goat? Or the goat even? Whoop. Whoop. Do you think you're gonna start like blasting again? That's crazy. Let's see. What's the next plan? Huh. Dude, this is a goat. That guy is just something else. What's the plan now? Soft swap? Bro is getting hit by the fucking mosquito on top of everything. Okay, like give me a second. We are going to swap things around because this guy is a little bit scary with... Oh my god, he started lagging. Oh my god, what the fuck is going on? Oh shit. My goat! Please! Have mercy! Watch out! Watch out, watch out, watch out! You almost died, my friend! I cannot backstab him. Dude, this is crazy. He's going like further and further to the level beyond incompressible? No, wait. Impossible to understand for the simple pleb like me. Oh. Oh, he killed something. Did he kill the mosquito? Incomprehensible. Oh, maybe that one. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not Englishing very well. Dude, that guy was the GOAT. Best player Elden Ring ever seen. Bro, the GOAT messaged me GG. I'm gonna heart his comment, dude. Amazing. GG. Hi. Did he? Oh. Oh. Ah, that's one of invasions of all time, huh? Six soft swap build, you say? What we could put on the soft swaps though, how you think? Six crossbows? That would be generally somewhat optimal though. This guy and his net is god fucking awful. Gonna have to be careful. backstab. Gonna have to be careful because this guy's his net is dog shit. It's got fucking terrible. Alright, we're gonna have a teammate now too. Kurwa. Oh. No! What? How the fuck is this guy even allowed to play? What is this fucking latency, dude? Bro was capable of actually landing double running attack on me, even though he initially fucked me up. Like, wait, what the fuck was that even, dude? Why? I need to check this out. What happened here? Why I didn't have like a full poise reset? Okay, let's go back and fuck them up. Yo, Magen, thank you a lot. Magen, my monkey. Well, thank you a lot for the raid. All right, let's see. So, just let's be clear. The first running attack should absolutely not stagger me afterwards. What happened here? Why I got staggered? Look. So, we are going here. This fucking laggard, yeah? I'm going away, running off. The first hit, aha. Oh, that's so us. We got the reverse stun here. So the first hit was stunning me, and the follow-up was doing the poise damage. What's the first hit stun, actually? It's like, it's not much. It's very low amount of poise damage overall, isn't it? Only like 18. You think Duskblood's 90% of community gonna be Japanese? Well, that depends if you are going to get some sort of the... what that's called. Region-based matchmaking, yeah? Which I can totally see being one of the things that they are actually going to care about. Considering that... well, it's a multiplayer-oriented title. Although, Night Rain is too, and there is no... region shenanigans at all. Are gamers like below? Where the fuck are these guys? Check this out. There is no shot, they are actually all the way below. Where the fuck these guys went? Oh, here. That other guy has such unbelievably dog shit fucking a lot. Like, only because of his dogshit latency, this bro is capable of using that endure. Otherwise, we would have priority. Okay. Kurwa. I have wrong fucking Ashes of War. That shouldn't be Endure, that should be Storm Stomp. Let me actually swap it off. I need to get myself Flaming Strike on this too. Hey, what's up? Goodbye. Oh, Broski attacked his friendo. I am very impressed by this guy's ability to click L2 button. Yay! Double! Whoop! GG. When people say PvP is an afterthought in this game, they are referencing the fact that the PvP mechanics in this game are as bare bones as they have ever been. There is no covenants, no real yada yada incentives to invade other than the pure love of the game. I hear the argument of PvP in this game being bare bones. In these games, all of them, in the Souls games overall, since I only fucking remember, and every single time it's basically the same story, and it's people just referencing things, and realistically both PvP in Elden Ring and other Souls games, whereas Elden Ring doesn't have really covenants, is just fucking not true. It's not bare bones, there is a design to that PvP. They just wanted to simplify the game, they did so, and it just didn't turn out to be a very good decision at the end of the day. It's really, like, they are probably not going to go for the simplification of the multiplayer components of the game anymore with further entries of Elden Ring. Because yeah, simplification of multiplayer mechanics just didn't work out very well, frankly, for Elden Ring. It can be seen within the percentage of the dropped players in comparison, like, to the peak. Because, think of it that way. 6 years after release of Dark Souls 3 that had the general peak on PC of 130,000, the average peaks were like 20,000, 15-20,000, yeah? Which is less of general drop after such a long time than what we currently have, which is like from 1 million to currently 30,000. And it's only 4 years in, yeah? Part of the longevity of Dark Souls 3 is without a doubt related to the multiplayer mechanics of the game. Some of it obviously is related to the fact that the game is just great even if you play it like without multiplayer components, but multiplayer aspect of the game, I'm talking here about both PvP, co-op, covenants, and yada yada yada, are important, and Elden Ring doesn't really have the same, even like remotely the same percentage of remaining players 4 years in the cycle of the game. Oh. Oh. My teammate, this guy really fucking needs to be on the ganker side. He doesn't really know how to play Invader's side. Like, he is, instead of trying to approach from two different sides, he's running to me. Bro is actually trying to play with me as if we wouldn't have friendly fire. What are you dodging? It wasn't on you. Get him. Okay, here we go. Great bow swap to BS goes hard. What about the swap to the freaking long tail cut talisman that was completely useless in that particular scenario, eh? Give me credit for that! Quick question, if FS decided to remove weight penalty for holding weapons on the weapon slot and allows multiple Ash of War on single weapon, will it stop quick swapping? Like, you mean menu swapping, I assume, yeah? No, it won't. Part of menu swapping is to surprise, like, part of the strategy, like, is to surprise your opponent. Oh, that guy is a laggard. So we're gonna have to be careful. Don't want to die. Do something very stupid. How the fuck people with net like that even play this game, unironically? That's fucking embarrassing. How do you counter the jump attack setups like the Milady with the Halax? Dude, Milady is literally counter to Halax. So, the answer is you don't. You lose the matchup. You have to play better than them. Now counter Milady, Starfist with Stormstomp. Setups that you can basically just trade on the reaction. KGS R2, frame 5 startup of the hyper armor can pretty much fuck it over. Having 133 poise is the way to play around it too. Oh. But yeah, jump attack setups are, without a doubt, a good response to the Halax. So basically, the thing that makes Halax powerful is it's insanely good neutral. Like, Halax has one of the best neutrals in the game. So the proper way to play around it is to not trying to match a tool at its fucking best. What you rather want to do is you want to find something that skips neutral in order to fight. It's very good neutral, yeah? Don't know if you have any better neutral tool than Halax. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Anyway. Trolling. Fuck. That's so ass. Here you go. Swordlands also skips neutral. Does that mean it beats Halax? Swordlands has like one way of like properly play around to play around the Halax, which is jump R1s, and generally, yeah, it probably is not bad. I didn't try it though. Thing is though, the Swordlands is the firstly and for the most reliant on its hyper armor abuse, and Halax actually has pretty good way to play neutral around hyper armor abuse because of course its range, yeah. So I have no idea honestly how the matchup of the Swordlands versus Halax would actually go. There is another thing. If Halax is using Storm Stomp, then technically you can literally use Storm Stomp on the reaction when someone is trying to aggress you with the jump attacks. What about Storm Assault? Storm Assault is kind of problematic because it is hit or miss, yeah? And I think... I'm not even sure if you cannot outrange the Storm Assault and just hit someone. Like that, yeah? Frame Zero Hyper Armor, no? Storm Assault? Ah, wait, Storm Assault is different shit. Storm Assault is the one that goes into the air, yeah? I thought like you were talking about Stormcaller. Storm Assault I think got nerfed heavily, isn't it? Yeah, I thought you were talking Stormcaller. Well, Storm Assault can be rolled through on reaction, actually. Because if you're going to phantom dodge, like the first attack, it's kind of like with dodging Storm Stomp, yeah? But it's more punishable than Storm Stomp. Like, Storm Stomp can be very, very punishable. Storm Assault can be very, very punishable, whereas, like, you know, Storm Stomp, if you have pretty much similar timing for the Storm Assault and Storm Stomp, and if you know how to dodge Storm Stomp, the Storm Stomp is way less cancerous than it would be otherwise. Recently I was practicing with Space, with Storm Stomps, and yeah, like, we used to do that back in 2022, and recently we did so again, and conclusion that we have is that, yeah, like, I mean, Storm Stomp can be pretty consistently dodged if you actually if you recognize the attacks correctly. Hey. Interesting. Unfortunate. GG. Very fun fight. Why did you play Mage not on stream? Because it was April Fool's joke, and part of it was so like you guys would be surprised that I did something in the first place of this type. Mage, what you're talking about, he played Donald Trump. Also that's actually true. Also, it was on level 1, on the level 200, dude, so yeah. Not even like much of a build making was put into it. I want to bring back Leukemia build. I don't think. I mean, like, we could do that at some point, but problem with the Leukemia build is that it's just clean rot abuse. Effectively, just clean rot abuse, and I don't know if that's that fucking pog in the first place. Whoop. Oh. Okay. It's out. Let's see. I'm going to land it? No. Ah, the fucking branch, dude. Alright. That's a trap if I ever seen one. Thank you a lot, Revenant, for help. Okay, Broski wanted a little bit too much to aggress with that R1 mash. That's like one of the worst things, yeah, about Wartex. It just doesn't have range. Yeah, missed. Does Sword and Shamshir beat Flaming Strike Halax? It can, it's not really favorable matchup though. It's either 50-50 or Halax actually has advantage. Shamshir has worse neutral. Like, one of the cool things that Shamshir has is neutral skip though. Good? GG. I'm too noob to understand why Shamshir is special compared to other curved swords. Watch Rusty video, still don't understand. That's interesting, because I think Rust just shown perfectly well why Shamshir is actually such a good weapon. So, but make long story short, this type of moveset that you see right now on the screen, only two curved swords in the game have that moveset, and it is Scimitar and Shamshir. Shamshir is just superior Scimitar. It's longer, it deals more damage. From the perspective of the game progression, one of the starting classes starts with Scimitar, and Shamshir is just natural progression for people that start with that starting class. Since in vast majority of cases, weapons that you start with are actually worse than weapons you can find in the game. So it is just simply natural progression. Okay. Crazy. Whoa! Listen, we can talk about it. No point to boil everything down to aggression. Crazy. And just hide here. You good? Doesn't seem to be good. Yeah, like Synesthesia says, yeah, Shamshir basically... Shamshir is just superior Scimitar, yeah? Shamshir is basically that boy your ex-girlfriend told you to not worry about. It's basically... it is superior in every single way because it is just from the game's perspective natural progression of the weapon class. And since Shamshir is the only curved sword with this type of moveset, and this moveset allows you to actually have a lot of the combat control, because other curved swords just do not have this moveset. Other curved swords have much worse moveset. Hey y'all. Wake up. Okay. This, let me do that. Funny stipulat moment. VHS Cleanrod played optimally is just unbeatable. Yeah, VHS Cleanrod is the best weapon in the game overall. It is the least affected by any sort of different type of latencies. It can be played on any latency. Vast majority of weapons actually either somewhat lose its viability or completely use its viability on the highlight. Cleanrod is one of these weapons that technically is getting stronger with the higher latency. It is a really busted weapon. On the lower latency though, there are like some matchups that could be considered somewhat decent against Cleanrod. But yeah, the higher lat you go, the less variety you have overall and more powerful Cleanrod is. At certain point, Starfists for one, yeah, like become insanely broken on the highlight because of turn and burn ability. But
make sure you drop a follow or a like and subscribe.
But it's
if you don't want to be a sub, be a dom and get Twitch Turbo.
Ja pierdolę. Thank you, Zenos. But yeah, like ultimately, if you are going to make a tier list, then Cleanrod is above everything else. If you would consider viability on various different latencies and yada yada. I think if two average skilled players, thrusting shield is favored, requires much less precise. Yes, I mean, like if you have two average skilled players, someone that is just kind of like not that good at PvP overall, then well, Cleanrod requires caveat to win against thrusting shield, and that caveat is making like fights relatively simple for the Cleanrod, but you need to understand these caveats. So first of all, you have to understand that thrusting shield has a blind spot on the left side. And can be BHS through an attack, yeah? Second, rot. That brought memories, but... Hey. Oh shit. I didn't mean to. Can I overlap this buff? I'm not sure. What is that? Ah. Dobra. He might ear skip. Okay, here we go. I mean, unless you are playing on rule set, why wouldn't you use the best version of Clean Rot? Granted, Flaming Strike and Endure can be decent options, but BHS is just an insane crutch. Honestly, what makes Clean Rot so fucking broken is BHS. You can use... If you are not going to use Mobility Ashes with BHS, with Clean Rot, then the viability of the weapon goes down. It's still amazing armament, it's without a doubt top tier, but it actually requires you to play the game fundamentally well. So, the thing about, let's say, I don't know, Clean Rot or S-Talk or whatever, yeah? Is that you basically have to play nearly perfect neutral, yeah? Because you are just not going to be able to do stuff that BHS allows, yeah? Let's say, so in comparison, Shamshir, because of its backswing, yeah, you can run up to someone, R1, R1, roll out. And you are actually cleanly getting away from the danger. But if you're going to do the same thing with, let's say, S-Stock, yeah? Then your follow-up is not as fast, doesn't have as fast recovery, which means that you are actually gonna get caught. You cannot just R1, R1 roll out. That's one of the things that BHS allows, or like any other mobility Ash, yeah? It cuts the frames short, so you can actually just hit someone twice and get away from the danger. Play S-Stock now. It's not gonna be very good, and I have Bistro on it. If I had Flaming Strike, it would be much better. But I can, sure. But yeah, it's basically the gameplay I'm gonna be going for with S-Stock. It's gonna be nearly entirely focused on just with Punish. Because, yeah, like this weapon is just a keep out. Not that good in invasions on top of everything. What BHS, viability of thrusting swords in invasions goes down to by a lot. That's because invasions are a lot about neutral skip. Okay, that's scary. Ah. Whoa! Let's move out. Holy fuck. That ended up badly. Is Flaming Strike good on Highlight? Yeah, but you have to play it a little bit differently. You see, like, for example, right here, I couldn't just hit the guy twice, but I still, like, as a keep out, it was amazing, yeah? I dealt a lot of damage, I did a lot of mental pressure, too. The guy is just, you know, got completely denied the chase down earlier. Mostly because, you know, of the roll attack and just the fact, like, on the counter's damage. Damage is like you just do well so much essentially, yeah. No not money, no about the mental pressure. Jeszcze raz. Dobrze, nie ma problemu. A może 30? Nie no, musimy. No taki był plan wstępny. No dobrze, no to 15-20 minut, nie ma problemu. But yeah, not many people know about the mental pressure. Well, mental pressure is unironically a thing. Like, for one, when you're running Shamshir, sometimes, like, that road is technically easily cleansable, but the mental pressure you apply at someone is also huge. But yeah, like, knowing... Yeah, when someone knows that clean rods, or, like, thrusting swords in general, are the best keep-outs, then they're gonna be, like, careful around them, as simple as that. And that does the job. Nie walczy. Oh no. Ah, this dude, holy shit. Why he had to do this? That would be such a kill if he would just wait out instead of interrupting immediately. Here we go. Powtórz teraz. Co potrzebujesz? Ale co potrzebujesz? Shaman TS are two setups who actually play good versus knife and board. Well, there's more. There is definitely more. Use PSGS? Sure, why not? Check here, clock break something? No, she didn't. She is in kitchen toe. Quickstep is also really good since BHS overshoots sometimes. Kind of disagree on it. to not overshoot, you can just technically, you know, free aim, yeah? Like, there are some niche situations where what you're saying might be true though. But in vast majority of cases, I would definitely take on BHS. I even think that BHS has more iframes than Quickstep. It seems like BHS is actually natural progression of Quickstep from the perspective of the game rules, from the perspective of the game design. I see your stats, sure. Okay, where the fuck is that host squad? What the f... Are they like... Bruh. So wholesome that she makes you a shinka sandwich. We are out of meat actually, and I suffer because of it. But yeah, closed sandwiches are top tier. If closed sandwiches would actually compete, that's a easy dub in my opinion. BHS has 16 iframes on first use, 14 on every subsequent use. Jesus fucking Christ. ChatGPT, you say, okay. Hi. It might be actually 16. Let me actually see. So Bloodhound step forward, quick step also forward. So yeah, ChatGPT refers to... That's very interesting. ChatGPT, first of all, is wrong about iframes of Quickstep because it's not 14 but 15 frames. Or actually, wait, from 10 to 16, from 10 to... Okay. Actually, it's completely wrong, apparently. Quickstep is 16 frames, but some of these frames are PvE only, basically, yeah? So, in PvP itself, Bloodhound Step has 10 iframes, whereas Quickstep has 9. So yeah, it has actually less iframes. Has about... And despite having less iframes, it has basically the same recovery to the attacks. That's wild. I mean, well, you asked ChatGPT about rather in-depth information, so of course it's gonna fucking hallucinate. Like, ChatGPT is just glorified searching engine.
Studies showed that ChatGPT is the most hallucinating AI model out there, because the creators, or rather the upper management, made wrong decision and wanted ChatGPT to serve all the purposes, to be for everybody, no niche, and so therefore, well, it's just hallucinating a lot. Claude is the least hallucinating and the most likely to acknowledge that he cannot do something, he cannot help you with something, and you should just go find your answers somewhere else. So if you want to use AI on a daily basis, use Claude and always fact check. And also Claude himself recommends to discuss with him. The moment he glazes you too much and makes you feel too smart, you should ask him to criticize the idea.
Whoops. That elevator goes up a little bit faster than I have anticipated. On a scale 1 to million, how much you miss crouch poke meta being the thing to be doing? You know what? I am really not happy about the fact that From Software took their effort to basically kill the crouch poke meta. Because nowadays, it wouldn't be even that powerful. Like, any crouch poke setups that you can think of nowadays, they wouldn't be that powerful, yeah? Shanter, even with 1.10 changes to fucking brain dead hyper armor, shit wouldn't be really that strong. Even like a fast gags, it really wouldn't be that strong. Spinning Slush is beating the hyper armor of the crouch poke. Shields are too strong anyways. This is actually true that shields are extremely strong. Bruh, like Bro, like, I almost fucking died to this guy. Okay. Crazy fucking drift. GG. Gug's absurdly strong in invasion, Simo. Maybe stronger than pre-nerf. That's really depends on the latency you're playing on. And the setup of your opponent. But yeah. PSGS is kind of... lands on its own as ass. In the PSGS setup because it's just too short. Like, I don't know if you have seen, like, you know, the guy used Storm Stomp at some point, yeah? And I was at the ledge of the, or not ledge, at the edge of the Storm Stomp, and I actually didn't hit the guy. I didn't outrange the Storm Stomp with the lance. If I had 3 spears, that would be outrange. So yeah, it is kind of lame. Without strong natural poise or passive poise, it's just... kid named Finger. Let me actually do this. This is such a funny weapon, dude. Alright, enough of this dog shit. We need anti-status effect. But yeah, back to the topic of PSGS. PSGS basically has no opportunity to really aggress in invasion, ergo like is keep neutral, so it has to play neutral heavy playstyle. And therefore, honestly, it's just less good of a setup in invasions. It's better in duels nowadays. Back in the days, PSGS used to be amazing in duels and amazing in invasions, yeah? But it was before patch 1.10. On patch 1.10, it already was showing that PSGS in invasions might be not that good anymore. It was still decent in duels, but yeah. There was a general issue related to the fact that you had to enter the crouch buffer. So wait, isn't that a guy that... Co? Dobrze. Listen, I recognize this name. Well, generally speaking, PSGS is probably like one of these setups that is the best on latency that makes crouch attacks and generally roll attacks very good, which is something like 100 ms, 100 something ms. Because you still have to buffer your moves in order to outplay your opponent, yeah. So that's a dead giveaway to your opponent what you're about to do, which is not exactly great. These guys might DC if you win. Well, first I have to find them. But what's up with them? They just leave everything standing. Oh. Everything is alive in the red main castle. And the guys are here on the top. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hello. The jump attacks, I am fairly certain some of them shouldn't like hit, but I guess it's just that moment. GG. Coś zjadł. No ewidentnie się oblizuje jak pojebany. When are you coming back to PC? I never left. Still playing PC from time to time. Right now, so I don't really have a reason to play on PC, since activity on PlayStation is insanely good, yeah? Curious on what setups are good against Shamshir. From the meta standpoint, like Cleanrod BHS of course shits on it. Although Cleanrod can win, I mean Shamshir can win. It's just that in order for Shamshir to win, you have to make risky decisions, whereas Cleanrod is safer. So if you are patient enough, you're just gonna win with Cleanrod BHS. From like a more fair matchups, it's called that way. Because, well, let's be fair, freaking Cleanrod BHS is literally a fucking nuke. So something of the more fair, it's Halax, yeah, is actually a good matchup against Cleanrod. Probably even advantageous. Milady is decent, but well, it's really dependent, yeah. Lance is decent against Shamshir. Of course, Pata is good. Anne is sort of the hyper armor is decent. On Feasts, but honestly, instead of Starfist, if you are playing Shamshir, you probably want to rather pull off something like Spiked Casty, because of its R2 being faster, yeah? Three Night Swords, another good setup against Shamshir. Yeah, there is plenty. Shamshir is one of these setups that doesn't really hard counter anything. It just is generally like decent weapon to play with, and that's about it. Okay, guys. We are jumping on co-op with Claw. Methinks. So we are swapping to Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls. Oh, Jesus. So, what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna turn off that shit here. And now, I'm gonna prepare another live stream on YouTube. Give me a moment. Thank you, Zenos. Gonna play music for a moment for you. Gonna prepare everything. And then we're gonna do the big swapper. People on YouTube, I'm gonna make a new live stream for you. People on Twitch, you can stay where you are. I'm not gonna be turning off the live stream. But yeah, if you are watching on YouTube, you're gonna be most likely automatically moved to the new live stream. That's at least how I'm gonna try to make it work.
Co on wie o słów? Dlaczego dowiaduje się
Okay. Alright, YouTube gamers, I'm ending the stream for you, and yeah, I'm gonna move you to the new stream. Let me do it in a sec. The direct. Okay. Alright, see you, YouTube chat, I see you in the moment.